back with the U14 Boys Junior Finals presented by Proton, team of Leo, and then his partner we saw earlier in the morning, Pierce.
0-0-1. Second serve.
A little bit of a serve long there, and now Francis will be serving.
0-0-2. Point.
He just needs to let that ball get a little bit wider to go for that two-hander around the post. And they are on the board.
1-0-2.
Great combo there by Leo, and well, you get the paddle down. Notice that if the ball is up, paddle goes down. Great opportunity for defense, but just pushed it a little bit wide. A little bit of a miscommunication there by Leo and Pierce.
Two.
All offense, crossing them up a little bit there, and they have tied it up. We're at 1-1. Leo to serve, Francis to return.
1-1-2.
The beauty of that combination right there is Pierce changing up the spots. Initial ball down the line, second ball down the middle, always keeping your opponent guessing. Makes each shot infinitely more effective.
Side out.
For Galarza and Dylan. Galarza and Francis changed about 13.
1-2-1. Second serve.
Big rip by Francis, but Pierce there with the paddle up, getting that ball down the middle. And we have Dylan here serving.
1-2-2.
1-2-2.
Point.
An attack from way below the net from Leo, just following a little bit long. Couldn't tell if that was going to be a lob or an attack, but either way, just a little bit long, and we're tied up here at 2 apiece. Beautiful job staying home and going inside out there by Dylan. They squeaked ahead now here, 3-2. We are in the U14 Junior Boys Final, presented by Proton. Yep, way to stay home there by Pearson. Ripped that one right through the middle, earning that side out.
Two, 3-1. Point.
Great job getting that ball back there by Pierce. We're seeing a pattern developing where we're going to see cross-court dinks on the forehand side from Dylan to the backhand side of Pierce. We're going both right side players attacking. Really strong job by Francis, staying tall there, ripping that two-hander right back at Leo, not giving an opportunity to reload and sort of call his own number in the shake and bake.
3-3-2. Side out.
We've seen time and time again with these juniors, attacks from well below the level of the net. Pretty strong there, catching his opponent off guard.
Second serve. Three, 3-2.
3-3-2.
Point.
Kisses the tape and goes a little bit wide.
Four, 3-2.
Real strong pull there by Leo. not from the most offensive position, but a really good pull, getting topspin on that ball with very little net clearance. 3-4-1.
Second serve.
Interesting little push 2-E drop there from Leo, not the normal 2-E topspin we're used to him seeing.
3-4-2.
Good defense from Pierce.
Side out.
Yeah, Francis able to stay home. He's played really, really long. It's very tough for Pierce and Leo to get the ball to drop in front of him, as opposed to Dylan getting that ball down pretty quickly. And you see again Francis stepping in, big forehand. Dylan now serving as they're up 5-3-1 here in game 1.
Point.
6-3-1 again. You notice maybe a case where you want to hit the ball to Francis to keep him further back in the court. Because right now the balls are going to Dylan and allowing Francis to get up early and wreak some havoc, put a lot of positional pressure on, and finish points like that. So that'll probably be an adjustment we may see Leo and Pierce make here. Let's keep the ball to Francis at the back of the court, preventing him from moving forward. We're going to take a quick 30-second break as we have a timeout by Leo. And 7-3-1. Dylan serving to Pierce. Pierce and Leo unwinding the stack. Ball goes untouched through the middle, and it is another point, 8-3. That time you actually saw Francis taking the third, but still being the first one to get up to the kitchen. So again, return goes to Dylan. Francis up there first. And body bag from Leo. A lot of times when you see your opponents taking a lot of balls out of the air, they're leaning in. They are a little bit more susceptible to a body bag. So Leo pulling that trigger, able to catch Dylan in the chest. A legal play here in pickleball. Solo shake and bake as we saw Pierce looking to unwind the stack. Really like that from Francis, being aggressive there, especially with an 8-3 lead. But side out, Leo lob serve down 3-8-1 here in game 1. Great lateral movement we're seeing here by Francis, getting that ball down right at Leo. 3-8-2.
Out.
There we have a quick call by Dylan. You're not going to hit me twice.
Coming on.
8-3-1.
That's going to be a side out, earning 8-3-1. Unwind the stack. Dylan drive, but again, Francis right there. Leo talking to try to pump him and his team up. I would still like to see the ability to keep Francis back. A deep return to Francis. A little bit tougher as they're unwinding the stack, because he kind of hit that return down the line a little bit. But good pull, but just a little bit long by Pierce there. And we are now seeing 9-3. I wouldn't be surprised if Leo is able to hit a strong, deep return to Francis to be able to keep him back. But a ball that is going to go, not able to get it deep, but did work out in the long run and forcing Francis to be a little bit further back and hitting that drop. But they've earned that side out, but more points on the board for the team of Dylan and Francis, and they are up
3-9-1.
3-9-1.
Point.
It looks like Leo has made the decision, if they're going to get back in this game, it is going to be from pure firepower. Another drive right at the body. It's going to be important that they're able to get some deep returns here, Dylan and Francis, to prevent Leo from leaning on that front foot. A lob serve. We'll see what return is. Opting to not unwind the stack there, prioritizing positioning over playing preferences. I like that, especially when you see Leo really coming hard. Plus, I think Francis has some strong hands to be in front of Leo. Wouldn't be able to hit that drive directly at him. ball's not coming back, and we've seen great power from Francis throughout. When you combine power with an angle like that, there's a reason they have crept out to a 9-4 lead here in game 1. Francis to serve, Leo to return.
Hold on, I've got you got 4.
Oh, player's out of position. No longer a fault here in pickleball. Ref's job to correct that, and they do quickly. 9-4. Francis calling his own number. We talked about it earlier. Anytime a ball gets popped up, a lot of players tend to flood and cover that middle. Francis able to hit that backhand flick roll back behind Leo, earning themselves game point here in game 1, 10-4. Yeah, great footwork, sliding over, realizing that he's going to play the triangle, goes forehand, crossbody, look for that second one with the backhand. Really textbook play there by Francis and Dylan as they 0-0-2. Couple let chords and the players are playing on. Great focus. Leo again talked about textbook, sort of the forehand backhand combo. Anytime you're going cross body like that, Leo able to set that up beautifully. Earning the side out, 0-0-1. Yep, able to catch that left hip on the lefty player. It's tough for him to slide over to hit that forehand. Really strong speed up there by Francis. That was a combination we saw really work well for Dylan and Francis, having the more aggressive player come forward looking to finish the point, and that time we saw Pierce hit the drive and Leo looking to the forehand just into the tape a little bit. We see it again. Dylan back to hit the drop, and we saw Francis disengaging, running up to the kitchen, look to put some positional pressure on. I like this decision there. We have Francis back hitting the drop. You're keeping him a little bit further back, forcing him to hit a ball in transition as opposed to all the way up the kitchen. So good little adjustment there by Leo. I think it's a lot easier for them to do that when they aren't unwinding the stacks. They've earned a side out. A couple points have been played here in game 2, but the score is still 0-0. Coming over to the booth, we have Owen just off his victory in the U12 Boys Junior Final. Serve goes a little bit deep from Pierce. I'm okay with a missed serve deep, trying to put the pressure on, especially coming from behind, trying to change the tides. Got the lob serve and then the drive. Really strong whip action. Good extension and reach. All set up by Dylan with the roll volleys, but Pierce able to finish that ball through the middle.
Second serve.
A couple missed serves here in the early goings as we are zeros in game 2.
0-0-2.
See if Francis can look to put the team on the board. Drop by Dylan.
Point.
Yeah, I think if they're going to go for a strategy, they're going to try to need to find Dylan's left foot. In doing so, they can't let Francis get over to it. But Dylan's got a lot of options on that forehand wing. A lot of options on that forehand wing going down the line or cross court. And then we see, again, beautiful finish there by Francis. A lot of times you have quiet feet, you'll have fast hands. You see really quiet feet there by Francis, allowing him to put a ton of pressure and get a ton of pop on those forehands. Great being able to get out of the way out of body ball. Typically that ball in sort of anywhere between your two shoulders is going to be a difficult ball to get down, but done very well there by Dylan. Good drop, and we see again the aggressive nature of Francis coming over, and that ball just to the dead dink to the forehand of Dylan is going to result in a heavy topspin dink, pulling him out wide or pushing and keeping Leo down the line. So a lot of angles are being created. I do like the idea to drop to Francis, but at this point in time, not too much is working as they're feeling all offense, and I think Leo and Pierce are feeling it as well, as they're going to call out their first time out here in game 2. See much coaching there, but we'll see if any adjustments are made. We Francis serve to Pierce, 5-0. We can get the ball. There we go. Getting that ball to the left hip of Dylan, either on the dink or maybe even a speed up. We'll see if we can go ahead and target that left hip. See what kind of two-handed backhand or blocks he has. But 0-5, they're unwinding the stack. Leo with a nice drop. I think you got to stay away from Francis. Super long over there. Really beautiful. When you're sliding over that far to take the ball in the middle, it's typically going to be easier to keep the ball in front of you as opposed to going back cross behind you. Going cross back behind you forces you to cover a lot of ground if you don't get that ball to bounce. And we saw Pierce able to go back behind him. Just a missed drop there, but we'll get another chance to serve. Leo serving here, 1-5-2 in game 2.
1-5-2.
Lob serve again as they unwind the stack. Let's see if they, oh, he went lob combo. Heck of a pickup.
Side out.
It looked like he was expecting a speed up, and so he pulled back, and then when he got the dink, wasn't quite in position to put that one on the court. Bit of miscommunication, and Francis is going to take advantage of that all the time. You notice when Francis gets in offensive positions, he doesn't go for the winner first. He makes that ball in, allowing him to maintain that position. Smart play. Real first, loose error there by Dylan, going for a bit much down the line. You'll see that often as players are sliding and unwinding the stack, so can't fault him too much with the large lead as well. They're going to play straight up, meaning no forehand in the middle here. Let's see how that results. Yep. And it looks like they're maybe just running out of options here. Despite the scoreline, you need to have a little bit of belief. Feet movement are always going to make that tough for Leo. Got to quiet that lower body, will speed up the hands. Yeah, I really like Pierce looking to take that ball out of the air. Normally, when those forehand topspin dinks from Dylan have been getting on the ground, it's been pulling him too far wide, not having enough time to react or stay offensive. But the ability to go ahead and take that out of the air and take time away from your opponent is definitely going to benefit him.
Second serve.
Dylan and Francis not even needing to unwind the stack there, and Francis now dictating from the middle this time with the backhand. Real strong body shot. Again, the backhand able to get that ball down and out wide. Real strong from Francis, who's really put his stamp on this match in the tune of 11-4, 7-1 lead here in game 2. I think that's where we were potentially looking at anything sort of that left side of Dylan as a little bit of a soft spot if one exists for this team of Dylan and Francis. But kudos to Leo for finding it and staying on those back-to-back volleys. You saw that time both feet staying quiet. Definitely going to improve the hand speed, allowing him to stay in that rally and come out victorious. 1-7. It's go time.
1-7-1. Let me recall.
Mike wasn't activated. We'll have 1-7-1. Leo to serve.
Second serve.
Some big swings at the back of the court. Well, I don't know if that is the way out of this. I have to applaud him for trying something new and different. We'll have Pierce serving here at 1-7-2.
Out.
Again, for a U14 player, I do admire his ability to try different things. Not going to keep going with the same pattern that's gotten him in this deficit. I like that he's trying something new. Really good
serve.
combo there. Speeding it up down the line and staying engaged.
7-1-2.
They're going to unwind the stack here. 7-1-2.
Point.
Yep, staying engaged after that initial speed up and getting a high ball, but sort of up in the face. It goes with a little bit of a tomahawk put away. It appears that Francis has pretty much all the shots in the bag as he's now opened up an 8-1-2 lead here in game 2.
Side out.
I think really the first sort of miss there. I know he's feeling it, but I really like the play when Dylan takes that third. It allows Francis to get further up in the court,
1-8-1.
put that positional pressure on and finish. Yep, off both wings, easy power, and gets the ball down and through the middle again by Francis. I think we got to make sure the balls are bouncing at Francis. We have a little bit more margin if we're going out to Dylan. Yep, that's that left hip that we were talking about second or third time in the game. Leo has found that. A little bit of a softer spot. As long as Francis can't cover it, any ball sort of cross body to left hip from Leo to Dylan has proved to be quite successful. Another nice drop and same spot. Let's see if he goes again. Yep. So it appears that Dylan is in block mode at balls on the left hip, and as a player, if I'm seeing my opponent block balls on the hip, I'm just going to stay in attack mode. So a little bit of forward momentum, 3-8-2. Let's see if they can continue to cut into the deficit.
Point.
Really strong defense, and in fact it was impressive to see Dylan and Francis almost fight back to neutral there, but great offense. Pierce and Leo staying on the offensive, and they've cut the deficit to 4-8-2. Again, super long, great anticipation to move laterally and speed that ball up. I almost think that instead of sliding over, Pierce just stays there, gets down a little bit, almost scorpions that. Maybe something he's looking for. And you see Leo saying, hey, I can move laterally at the kitchen as well. Anything you can do, I can do better there. So Leo and Francis playing big lefts at this point as we're in game 2.
Side out.
To be able to get away there without any points on the board, get the serve back at 4-8. Got to have a little bit of belief here if you're Pierce and Leo. Really strong play. In fact, the speed up to the left hip again, but kudos to Pierce to stay in that point and get that next one back and throw up a heck of a lob. 5-8. He's right there, just sort of moving through that shot, but a great look. He anticipated that ball, going for the flick right at the left hip of Dylan. Lob serve again. Just a bit deep. I think they'd made some pretty good forward progress playing some traditional pickleball. I would have liked to see it drop or drive there as opposed to lob, but again, got to give kudos to Leo for trying something new. First real soft error we've seen from Pierce. Just stepping back after a pretty nice drop. 9-5 here. We're getting the later stages of game 2. Gold medal match, U14 boys. This is the Junior PPA Tour, powered by Proton. You see Pierce taking it out wide to hit an ATP, but fantastic defense by Francis, earning a match point, gold medal point, 10-5-1.
Point game and match.
What a strong eye, and there we have it. Round of applause, players and fans alike standing up as we have Dylan and Francis victorious in the U14 boys doubles final here. This is going to wrap it up for us on Carvana Grandstand Court. This is the Carvana Masters powered by